The Hotter Jubilee car show again this year. Jason Stoddard. Hi, Jason.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Exhausted.
I
We've been
bet.
working pretty hard on the show.
And the good news is this rain that we're likely to get today will be the end of it.
Yeah, we certainly hope so because we put a lot of effort into the entire weekend. You know, we're doing two shows with the Jeep show Friday and the car show Saturday. So if it can get all the rain out of its system now, we'd be in good shape.
All right, well, let's talk about the two car shows. Friday, it's Jeeps at the Jubilee. And who doesn't want a Jeep?
I don't know anybody that doesn't want one. We're going to fill that venue with Jeeps. So by the buzz that we have, I think it's going to be a big turnout. Extreme stepped up to sponsor. And we have a lot of door prizes. We have a raffle package. We have a bunch of people are going to get ducks because the duck thing that they do with the Jeeps. So should be a good turnout.
And can people, if they have a Jeep, can they just show up, or what's the
Yep.
deal?
So I have a lot of signs set up, and it's open to anything that has the Jeep brand on it. It doesn't have to be just a Wrangler. It can be Cherokees or whatever. Follow the signs. The Jeeps come in. They get their own parking area, and I'm going to try my hand at my first Jeep night. I've never done a Jeep night before, so we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if we have any super old ones, like from the 40s.
There's a couple I seen run around Brooklyn that I tried to get some flyers to, and I ended up missing them. When I turned around to go back for them, they were gone. But I know there's some in the area, so hopefully they heard about it because I would love to see them.
Yeah, so if someone's got a vehicle that was called a Willys, they're still eligible.
Yep, absolutely.
Nice. Well, I'll be anxious to see those myself. And then it changes to, it's just about any kind of car for Saturday.
Then Saturday from 3 to 7 is the Hot Air and Hot Rods Auto Show. It's open to all makes and models, Corvettes, Camaros, new cars, old cars, big lifted trucks. We have race cars on display, specialty vehicles. Again, lots of door prizes, raffle package, and tied into the car show, we have the Model T rides. We're going to have steam engines there. It's going to be a big deal, I'm pretty sure.
Steam engine rides. So I can picture a steam engine, but it's a big monstrosity. Is that what yours is?
There's 20 different variations of a steam engine, and it's actually a group of ladies called Babes on Boilers usually bring them out. There's a couple of them that show up, and they have a smaller, I guess you could say farm tractor size steam engine, and they put a trailer on it and they kind of putt around the park.
Specialty vehicles. What I know you like to keep people surprised, but can you give us an idea of what you've got?
So far this year, I know that I have a nostalgia funny car coming. I have a big wing sprint car coming out. There's a few other different variations of race vehicles. Somebody said they might have an ARCA series Corvette or something like that to come out, which can be cool for somebody who's never seen those style of cars. We are planning on firing up the Nostalgia Funny Car at one point, so if nobody's ever heard anything like that, it excites me because it's like 3,000 horsepower and it's incredibly loud. But so we got that sort of thing coming, and then we have other things like I have a guy who just messaged me today who has a beautiful Cadillac hearse, and he's got a whole big display that he sets up that goes along with it. And then I have a friend who decided to drop a big fishing boat on the chassis of a Suburban, and he drives the big boat around town.
I've seen that.
So he could show up. So there's going to be a lot of variation there.
And how many cars did you get last year?
We were somewhere 250-ish, pushing 300, I think, last year. And last year was my first year taking over the auto show. This year, weather holds out. I'm really hoping to break well over 300. We've expanded some of our parking area, so we have a little bit more room to work with. I'm planning on filling it up, so we'll see how it goes.
So after doing it 1 year, what'd you learn that you're putting into place for year two?
Some more signage. Even though I had a lot of signage out, it still wasn't quite enough. So registration signs, enter signs, exit signs, directions to get into the show, all that stuff should be pretty well covered. I eased up on the registration bags and things. Everybody's gonna get a dash plaque and stickers like you got there in your hand.
Yeah, I got a cool sticker.
And the way that everything operates is it should be a little, even though it wasn't bad last year, it should be a little smoother this year.
Oh, it was great last year. The good news is the weather is going to be even better this year.
I hope. So then we have, all the door prizes, and I have a lot of door prizes. I was actually a few minutes late getting here today because I was sorting door prizes at home, trying to get everything lined up. And, when we do the awards and stuff at the end of the night, it worked out really cool last year because right at the presentation of the awards, as I was giving away my last awards, the balloons went up on their PM flight. So it was just all hot rods and balloons, and it was just this big mix and people everywhere, and it actually turned out to be really, really cool.
Neat.
Somebody somewhere got some really fantastic photo ops.
All right, well, watch for that opportunity this weekend, both Friday and Saturday. Jeeps Friday?
Jeeps Friday, hot rods Saturday.
I know a lot of work goes into it, and I know the Jubilee appreciates it. We do too, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, it's always great to see. What are you going to drive in to the
Actually,
show?
just like last year, my car, I have a 55 Chevy station wagon, but it's going to be back on the back of a Phelps truck as a display because they're one of the sponsors. So they're going to come pick it up from my house in the morning, and I'm not going to drive nothing cool to the show because it's going on a tow truck. I'll just have my regular truck there. So
Cool. I'll watch for it. Thanks so much, Jason. Jason Stoddard with the Hot Air Jubilee car shows, Jeeps at the Jubilee, and Hot Air and Hot Rods this weekend.